As he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered. Like light, I saw his face glitter and glow, and the raiment of his garment whiter than snow, glorious than anything I did know. I saw Elijah and Moses with him. Wow! 3 great prophets present within the same time and space. And he was talking to them. What about? I did not know. But I knew one thing, or I thought I knew. We were dwelling in a perfect place. Who would want to vacate such a space? So I suggested to him, Master, it is good for us to be here. You know what? Let us make 3 tabernacles. Of course, one for you, another for Moses, and another for Elijah. And whilst I was still speaking, behold, a cloud came and overshadowed us. And then a voice spoke from the cloud and said, "This is my beloved son. Hear him." And then in my mind, I was like, no, what? Hear him? Are you kidding me? Didn't he see 3 great personalities right there? And he tells us to listen to only one. Didn't he know that Moses was the male-born who escaped the sword of Pharaoh? He led the Israelites out of Egypt in the middle of waters that stood up like giant walls until an entire nation was done crossing. A man that would climb up the mountains and have a meeting with God and speak to him as a man speaks to another man. And what about Elijah? At his voice, fire rained from the waters above, the clouds. He walked upon the Jordan and raised the widow's son. A man fed by angels and could comfortably sit in the blazing chariot and not be consumed. These prophets were powerful. So why only Jesus? And then the scripture became clear. In the days of old, God revealed himself to us through his prophets. But in our days, he has revealed himself to us through his son. It is Jesus, because Moses and Elijah couldn't die for man. It had to be God himself manifest in the flesh, dwelling amongst man and making his abode in our hearts. It is Jesus, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father without him. Jesus is not another way. He is not one of the ways. He is not the main option out of the lot. He is the only way to the Father. All others are man's own invention to create variety, because man is used to variety. So in his quest, he pronounces that there is Moses and Elijah, even Muhammad and Buddha, but God says listen to Jesus. So there is no room for logical reasoning here of how some ways are just like Jesus and their teachings are similar to his. God was specific. Listen to Jesus, not something that is similar to him. And so tonight I came to feed you Jesus. You know, if you came to chop bars, let me redirect you to Akuzi, because I am here to disrupt whatever you have known peace to be and show you who he is. And he is not a man sitting in a white yacht cruising on the Atlantic or surfing on the Pacific. He is a man with nail-pierced hands taking a bath on a cross with thorns for sponge, nails for soap, and blood for water. He is a man gathering and carrying away the sins of man like garbage. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, reduced to Zoom lion, because he wanted to purify wretched souls and sweep them clean and confer on them a righteousness that could never have been attained through works that have proven to be filthy rags since the days of Moses. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Jesus, that's man of Galilee, fully God, fully man, God incarnate. Touch him. He is tangible. He dates back to before the beginning eon of time, although he is no carbon. He created time in time and is always on time, but he is not bound by time. Won't you rather trust him? Won't you rather believe in him? Jesus is calling. Why have you put your heart on flight mode when you have no visa to heaven? Yes, I'm talking to you who thinks that God doesn't see you, or grace is vast but not vast enough to accommodate you. So sin lives rent-free in your life. He walks in and out like a paid tenant, roaming in your parlor, bathing in your bathroom, and using your towel. Can't you see that it is so difficult to take care of him with all these increase in momo charges and transport fares? You still make sure your demons are fed. Hey, Jesus says that if you can surrender them to me, if you can leave that masturbation at my feet, if you can leave that depression at my feet, Jesus says, if you can leave the weed and cocaine and shisha, surrender the peer pressure, leave them at my feet and watch them burn, because the freedom that I give is better than the British. You don't have to go and borrow from sin anymore. My freedom is the age. You can ask Mary Magdalene, you can ask Cornelius, you can ask Papa Wote, ask Mama Sandra, ask Dexter, ask Kribla, ask Shofar, ask the Wordy, ask a metal, ask Phelyks, Kwabna Ajiman, ask that man possessed by demons. Even a legion of demons was cast out, and you still think that your demons are too strong for the name that every demon bows to. Hey, Jesus says that I am here to save you from sin, from self, and from people. But I am only as strong as you let me be. So I stand at the door of the same heart I created, and I knock. I stand at the door of the same heart I made, and I knock. I don't barge in. I wait for you to let me in, so that I can come and establish my kingdom in your heart. But you, and you, will you let me? Selah.